Hello everybody, and welcome back to northeastworms.com. So today I promise you I will upload more videos. So now this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a video to show you how I do the maintenance of the big CFT beans. So today I will show you what I'm doing with one of the CFT beans and why. Just one thing before we go to the topic of this video. How I told you already in the past video, I put the down payment for a big harvester, and so I want to sell my Brockwood harvester, you know, the red one, the shaking one. So if anybody's interested, for the end of March, beginning of April, when they deliver the big trommel harvester, I want to sell mine. So let me know if you are interested and we can figure out something. I really want to sell it, so I am open. Okay, let's go. Okay, so today I am working on this CFT bean. This is the bean number 2, and it's actually now old about 6 months. So what I did, I figure out, I scrap from the bottom, you know, from here. I said the casting, but I see that all the casting is ready, all the bean is ready and full of worms, completely full of worms. So what I want to do at this point is to reset this bean. I was going, you know, to feed the bean, and I figured out, I saw that this bean is it's absolutely all ready. It's all pure 100% worm casting. Yeah, of course, except something. Yeah, you see how many worms there are here. This is absolutely full of worms. So pure 100% worm casting, full of worms. So what I want to do at this point, I want to reset. Look here. Look. Yeah. I want to reset this bean. So I want to harvest everything. I want to harvest all the worm casting. Look here. See? So I want to harvest all the worm casting. I want to harvest all the worms, and you know, put some of the worms on. You see? Put some of the worms on the reproduction bean, and you know, collect of this amazing casting and be ready for the upcoming high season in spring. Look how amazing the worms, they eat all the pumpkin, and they're just the outside. So actually I start to pick up some of the casting and puri. So what I want to do, maybe I don't do everything today. I already preparing the new bedding to put here inside. So I want to do at least half of this today, because it's a lot. It's a lot of job. I don't know if I am able to finish today. And you know, put a new bedding, give a new bedding at these worms, and put some of the worms in the production bin, so they can actually start to reproduce again. So this bin is absolutely full of worms. Beautiful they are. So they are a little slow right now, actually, because it's a little cold, but they are still doing their job and eating. They are eating less, but they are still doing their job. All right. Okay, so I read the bar, and of course I have the container. They will eventually collect everything, go down. But guys, this is a lot of worm casting. I don't know that to reset all this stuff, they will take time, and there are tons of worms, really tons of worms. Look, there are at least 8-9 inches of pure worm casting for 8 feet. What I'm saying, it's more than 10 inches. This one it's like at least 1 foot of pure worm casting. So I already filled up these 2 containers. You see, these 2 containers. So let me just go and sift this one, and I will be back and finish this job. Okay guys, so I take out this space, I don't know, like 7-inch, 8-inch by like a feet of warm casting, maybe less, and I already filler out these two things. So that means it's a lot of casting. I'm sure 100% today I will be not able to do everything, but I will try to do as much as possible. It's already 2:30 p.m. and let's see how many hours still I can work. So let's start to sift everything. So again, this is the Brockwood. Again, it's for sale. The available from end of March, beginning of April, when I received the big trommel one, and let's do that. Alright guys, this is the result of the first two beans, you know. You see when I take out the bedding from the big CFT bean, there was like two of these beans almost full. I think they are 28 gallon each. So this is the final result. This is still bedding that I didn't sift because there was no more room here actually on the casting bean. So this is all casting, 100% pure organic worm casting. That's amazing, beautiful. This is the bigger unprocessed stuff where there are a bunch of babies, cocoons, and just bigger stuff, you know, that are not 100% worm casting. So this would be go back. This is full of cocoons and babies, and this is actually the bigger stuff and all the worms. Look how many worms there are here. This is full of worms, and this is just less than 28 gallon bean. So this is the result. Let's go and wait. Let's see how many worm casting, how many pounds of worm casting we got. Okay, so let's see how many pounds of worm casting is this 28 gallon bean. So that's like 63.95. 63.95 minus 2 pounds and 6 ounces of the container. I already know that. Okay, so making the math, it's 61 and 3.35 pounds. Only this one. I show you guys how much beddings actually I take out. So this is all the bean, and this is just a little corner, and a bunch of bedding actually it went down. So there are a lot of bedding down. So if we multiply this space for 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6 time, 60, there are easily 500 pounds of casting only in one bin, and I have 3. All right, let me go ahead and let's see if I can finish today all. Okay, I am at 3/4 of the job. As you see, I have no, this is the big stuff I put on the side. I harvested something around 270 pounds of casting so far, and I think there are at least 150 pounds here, and this is what I collected. So this is the big bin. This is full of worms and big, you know, unprocessed stuff. So not worms, I guess they're down. All right, so I got also 2 28 gallon beans. Those are all the worms and big unprocessed stuff. Yeah, you see there are a bunch of worms here, and this supposed to be all cocoons and you know, baby juvenile worms. And this is also old casting, but it's not this fine to be, you know, ready to sell. So I'm okay to put it back in the big bin, in the bigger, when I restart everything, in the bigger CFT bin, because it's full of bacteria, so they will give like a kickstart to the new bedding. So I'm tired actually. It's 6:30 in the night, but I have to finish, of course. So this is the situation right now. Okay, so let me finish this stuff and then we'll be back to you. Okay, so this was a big job. I'm done. I mean, I'm not done, but I clean up everything, you see. So now what we do, we will put a cardboard. Actually, I want to put 2 layers of cardboard, maybe 3, and put some bedding on the bottom. After all the worms, cocoon, eggs, and everything, I sift out more bedding, and then the middle a bunch of food. So let me just take out the cardboard. Okay, here I have a big piece of cardboard that I open flat, and it's perfect. But I want to put actually 1 more layer of cardboard, because the last time when I start this CFT bin, the cardboard actually broke down very, very fast, and there was a little pain after a while, because the bedding was not compact, of course, because it was not casting yet, and it started to fall down. So this time I want to be a little more proactive, if you want to say proactive. So this is actually fit perfect. It looks like it was made for dinner, but again I want to put another layer. Okay, here the second cardboard. So I think this will be more than enough. So these cardboards are actually exactly the size of the, and you open it, you see it's exactly the size of the bin, so that works perfect. This will take a while to break down, and this is what I wanted. So now let's put the bedding at the bottom. Oh, look, my gloves. All right, so the first one. This is very heavy. All right, one more. Okay. Okay, so for the base, this bedding is enough. So what I do now, I will put some food on the top. Okay, actually I want to put a bunch of food. So first thing is the leftover they have. Alright, there are a couple of worms here. Actually more than a couple. Alright, okay. So let me go to pick up a couple of buckets for food. The scraps in these buckets are like a month old, so I made them compost very well, so there will be no problem or danger. Nitrogen can actually warm it up. It will not warm it up. Yeah, the worms will love it. This stick. No, it's paper. Okay. No, I want to put one more. There's a lot of food. Okay. Well, we will have a fit. So now let's put the worm I sifted out. Here, first thing, oh my gosh, that's heavy. First thing, those are from the holes. There should be like babies and cocoon, but there are a bunch of ones. Yeah. So I decided actually to put all the worms here. There are a reason why. There are a lot of worms. So in a theoretical way, I should have like a split, you know, and start a new CFT bin. But here I don't have space for another CFT bin. So what I want to do at this point, put all the worms here. So in the kickstart, this bedding, this new bin, you know, in the best way. When I move in a bigger place, because this is on the plane, but this is another thing. I will move in a bigger place. We will do anything. Nico, don't lick her. Don't lick her. My dog is licking the things. This is not licking, Nico. This is not good for you. Nico, no liquor. Get up. Sorry, guys. All right, let me take another bit. That is this one. All right. All right, okay. That's a lot of stuff. So when I sifted this stuff, in total I sifted almost 400 pounds of casting. Yeah, that was around 400 pounds of casting. And was enough. And also there are of course a bunch of casting here that is not very, very fine to pass through the smaller holes. So there are cocoons and everything, so it's casting, but it's okay because all these bacteria, they will actually give a huge start up to the new bedding, and the worms, they will start to work. Okay, guys, let me take out other stuff that I have to put inside, more bedding, and I'm coming back. Okay, so now little more bedding. One and two, not a lot because there are a bunch of bedding on the bottom, so just to cover up this thing. All right, so the worms, they will be very happy. A bunch of food, bunch of fresh bedding. Okay, all right, so what we have to put down up on the top is the other worms. There are a bunch, and for this I need help because it's very, very, very heavy. I can do by myself, and I have my date, my Valentine date here tonight. It's my wife. She decided to spend Valentine Day with me and helping out here in the wormery. So she don't wanna come to the camera, so you will not have the pleasure to see this beautiful lady. Give me 1 second, I go to pick up the other stuff. It's very heavy, very heavy. I mean, I don't know how many pounds, but it is very heavy. So my wife, luckily, she helped me. I can do by myself actually, put inside. So those are all the worms, cocoons, baby, and whatever didn't pass through the smaller holes of the harvester. Oh, okay. This hot, and there are two of these. So there were really a bunch of stuff. No, the problem actually was that there are a lot of not really processed stuff. They didn't pass through the big things, so I'll show you like this. This is casting, guys, but I can see everything, so of course I can put for sale. Okay, but worms have everything. So when I harvested the worms from here, the worms were all through the battery die. I had to change the battery. So what I say that when I harvest everything, the worms were choked all the beddings. There was like feet more of a bedding that was completely full of worms. So the bedding, this bin it's full of worms, but with all this bedding that I put right now, they are not overpopulated. It's okay. I mean, if I had the space, I 100% will build another bin and split the worms into two bins, so start a new one, but I don't have the space yet. We'll see in the future. So, hopefully not a very long-term future, if I can find another bigger space at the right price. Okay, so let me go to pick up the other bin actually, and I need my wife help again. Can you help me please, baby? Yeah. She say yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Owie! Okay, we got the second one. So let me find a way to why not myself. All right. Yeah. I didn't lose with the age my strength. This thing is full. Oh my god, that's very full. Look here. Look. All right. So the worms, they will have all the food and all the bedding they want. So now what I want to do, I want to actually measure how deep is this bedding. If you remember, I put in all my beans this. Okay, so let me put like this color. All right, this is oh, I can't see. 36, 24, it's 12 inches depth. Little more, maybe like 13 inches. Maybe more because in the center it's actually, there are more bedding. All right, so the next thing I want to do, I want to just water down a little bit these things, just to give this guy a really nice water. So again, these worms will have a fit bunch of food, all fresh, amazing bedding with a lot of worm chow. And my worm chow, my formula is working amazing. My reproduction bean, they I feed only worm chow. They are doing great despite the low temperature. This morning when I came in the warmer here, the temperature in the warmer was 42, 43 degrees. Luckily the bedding was around 10 degrees warmer. Okay, yeah, it looks like there are a bunch of worms. I need to savage this guy. Of course, when you do a job like that, there will be some casualty. That's inevitable, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. There are a bunch of newborns, worms here. Very, very tiny. Okay. I need the scissors. By the way, I really like the things with all the tools over there. You have all the tools at hand. Okay. All right. So another thing I want to do now is put a paper on the top. So I bought this paper actually at Home Depot. This is like the paper that you put on the floor when you paint on. But I bought for other stuff. I took packages some things, and the roll was very big, and it's actually very thick too. So, and I don't need any more for packaging, so I can use for the worms, of course. You know, I said to be on the shelf for months, maybe a year. It's a big one. If you need just a quick pepper for your worms, this roll is it's really nice and absolutely not expensive. Okay. A little more water. All right. What is it doing? EP. Okay, the dog peed in the water. All right, I think we are done. Last thing, the last cover, and we are good to go. So guys, subscribe please. You know, right? We are almost 900 people, and I have almost 900 followers on my on this YouTube channel. So if you like, if you find this you know, instructional, if you learn something today, just subscribe. You know, hit the bell icon and share. Why not? Tell friends that Gaetano from Northeast Worms is teaching out how to breed worms. All right, guys. Okay, I think this is all for today. And again, I have to sell my brockwood. The brockwood sifter today made an amazing jungle. Let me just see you on the face. Okay. So the brockwood sifter made an amazing job today. He harvested almost 400 pounds. I harvested almost 400 pounds of casting, and I think there was another at least 400 pounds of bedding, they went back with all the worms and the cocoons and the babies and the newborn inside the bedding again. So he was a very nice and he handled 800 pounds of material with no problem. The only problem again is that it took a little too much for a medium small scale farm like mine. I'm already there. I'm by myself, so everything I have to do by myself. So it was a little actually time consuming, but I'm so happy because I gave a new bed and new feed and new home to this guy. So I have to sell the backhoe, the sifter, and it will be available end of March, beginning of April. If it's not far from here, from Rochester, I can deliver it for just a little fee, pay me back the gas. Guys, and see you soon. Thank you.